Say goodnight to the good guy. We will snuff the light, mob it to the dark side. We the guiding blight stuck in the front line. We don't like to fight, be careful if you cross mine. Yup, hammer time at the starting line. I'ma clip your race, tranquilize your genocide.
Hello and welcome to the How Do You View You podcast with your host Griffin Stein. Today we have Trav Lyrics, YBBI, your boy Black Ice, a lot of other aliases and what. Introduce yourself to the people with all the aliases or your monikers, and tell them what you're doing.
All right, I'm looking in the camera, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm Trav Lyrics, aka classic artist, rap artist, your brother Black Ice, your boy Black Ice, YBBI, and right now I'm 1/4 of the rap group, the international rap group Genius Funk, where it's two of my brothers and dope Russian producer. We call him Breeze, the flamethrower, because he's a fire producer.
Ah, I got you.
Yeah.
From the coldest place on the fucking planet.
Siberia, Russia. So that's it. That's who I am right now. Yeah.
So I saw on Instagram you put up the 50 Reasons thing as a birthday theme song. What does that mean?
Internationally, I'm internationally known, from Richmond, California, but I've done, as a rapper, as your boy Black Ice, I recorded an album in 1995, 96. We released it in 1998. The album was called 50 Reasons, 5.0 Reasons. I had a 1992 Mustang, an ex-Highway Patrol Mustang, and while I was recording my album, I made a song about it, and that is the title track of the song. So now here we are, 25 years later, but we recorded it in 95, released it in 98. So 2 decades later, and I'm turning 50 this year, and it dawned on me, I had the epiphany, and I said, hey, the song is originally for the 5.0 Mustang, but the song could also be part of a 50th birthday playlist, because 50 is a big
for people.
It's a big number for people. People make a big deal about it. My mother and my siblings, they want to throw me a big birthday party, and they wrap the 50 Reasons theme around it. So
that's sweet.
But it's funny, before they did that, I was like, hey, 50 Reasons should be in a playlist for all
people turning 50.
And we always talk about building legacy. So I'm thinking, like, you got the Stevie Wonder songs, you got the Mama songs, you got all these things, and they are staples when you have these particular events. So I went on Instagram, on the Your Boy Black Ice Instagram page, and I introduced the idea, the concept that the 50 Reasons songs, the 50 Reasons song can be used in a playlist.
For all of us celebrating that 50th
birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And and that could be forever. Really, I mean, I ain't saying it got to be the first one on the list. It could be in the.
It can end the party though. Yeah.
But it just makes sense. Hey, look, man.
Especially because now the people that's turning 50, this was our era, really. So yeah.
Well,
I mean, even more than that. But I'm just saying, right now, this is what we remember.
Yeah.
And we don't make music like this.
Well, I guess especially for the people who value, that classic '90s West Coast sound of music, that bass-driven music, you know, the mob music, the G-funk, and the stuff like that from, you know, the Bay Area, West Coast. I mean, that's my genre.
Yeah.
But, you know, look, man, music is a international language. So
Anybody turning 50 can use it.
anybody turning 50. I mean, you ain't got to even play just play enough of it so that it register as a stream.
What's that, 11 seconds?
Yeah, you know, let me get my .00007 cent.
That's funny you say that, because I just put a post up that said, if you're not pressing CDs and merch and all of this other stuff, you doing this for love, because these streams, you're not getting nothing. For 20,000 streams, I think you still only get like 1% of a penny.
Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, you can look it up and see how much you get, but I know there was something called on YouTube. It was like a CMS or a CSM. I had like 1,600 views, and it only equated to like about 12 cents. You know,
see, that's
it's interesting. But what people say, if you get 1 million views, you get about $4,000.
it still ain't a lot.
Yeah, no, it's not a lot.
Because I didn't even know this, but I think you get some kind of a plaque for 2 million.
Hey,
I don't know from who, but you get some kind of Gip Goody posted it for somebody else that he got 2 million views, and they say, yeah, congratulations. I'm like, well, so what is that? That's $8,000.
Yeah, 2 million views equal because you get about 0.5 cent.
Oh, I thought it was a percentage of a cent.
Well, 0.5 cent is 50% of a cent.
I thought it was like .005 of a cent.
That's 0.5 cent.
Well, 0.005? No, that's like 1/5 of a penny.
No. This is Richmond, Cali math right here. We're going to have a test.
Well, I didn't. But the other thing is I didn't look it up. I just thought I read it somewhere. But
no, well
I know 0.550 is half, but I know .005 you get into the hundredths, so I know it's not.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is. What it is on average.
Oh, wow.
On average, what I'm receiving, you know, is .005 cents.
Okay.
So that's 0.5 penny per play. Sometimes you get 1 cent. Like there's different streaming services.
Yeah.
Different streaming services pay different. So like if you get 1 cent for a stream, that's a lot. So,
wow.
But on the average, you're getting somewhere between 0.5 cent. So I can show you 1 cent, and I can show you 0.7 of a cent.
So these are two different services, or these are just people that negotiate?
No, this all coming. You know,
okay.
we use CD Baby. We use CD Baby, and CD Baby collect, and they take like 20% of your stream.
Jesus.
So, you know, if you receive 1 cent, then they probably paid you 1.2 cent. You know, but it all depends on how much they listen to it, what service it was, where in the world. You know, how did that music get uploaded to the service? You know, for example, when I don't want to make a streaming.
Oh yeah. Video, well, because the point I was making was motherfuckers need to start printing CDs back up, because this dude, I think I told you this, and I ain't gonna say who it is, but he told me CD players are dead because the automotive industry stopped putting them in cars. I said, you can't let the automotive industry, who's trying to get space, trying to put less into cars anyway, determine if you make CDs or not. And he didn't understand what I was saying. And I just think CDs is the way to go. I think it's more tactile people than we realize, is what I think.
Well, they out there, but it's an old technology.
It is,
you know.
But so is rapping.
No, but there's charts. Like there was a point where vinyl was the #1 media of listening to music, and then cassettes came in, then CDs came in, then MP3s, and now you got streaming. Streaming is killing the game for
the company.
And
I understand that, but what I'm asking is, is there a same list that says how the artists get paid with each? So that money went down as that list changed though. So you know what I'm saying is how could you get paid? You can't get paid off streaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not unless you got millions and millions and millions of views. Like
Even then, you still leaving money on. I feel like you're leaving money on the table.
Well, I mean, you know, if somebody want a CD, like for example, as your boy Black Ice, the people that we make music for are the international fans of classic West Coast rap.
Got you.
Right? That genre of people still listen to CDs.
Got you.
Right? And a certain group of those people in there, they want the original CD from 1995, 1998, 1996. They want that CD. Right? But it's not that many people. That's like a small group of people that listen to music. You know, now it's dope. It's awesome to go on to see, not CD Baby, but it's awesome to go on to Instagram and see somebody posting your CD, holding up your CD, or they got your CDs stacked up. You know, that's dope. But you know, and I love them people.
Yeah.
I chat with them all the time.
Yeah, you introduced me to a couple. Then he followed me, Fukimo.
Yeah.
Fukimo. I don't know how you say it.
Yeah, I chat with them all the time. I call them my homies. They call me homie. I'm like, yeah, we homies. And if I ever come out to Yokohama, if I'm ever in Yokohama, you know, I'm gonna stop by. We're gonna have some we're gonna have a beer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been invited to France. You know, like dude hit me, he was like, you know, you should come out. It's an MC8 concert next week. Come on out. You know, we can, you know, have dinner and go watch the MC8 concert. You know, I'm like, all right, now let me check my schedule. Let me see if I can make it to Marseille.
Man.
Or go on my private jet. You know, I got an A380. You know, Airbus A380.
That would be like, that's what I really wanted. Like I said, if we could get all of that to work, where we would all, I would rather be international than over here. Because then I could go to Apple, well, I don't go to Apple, you know what I mean. I'll go to Applebee's and I don't get rushed by a bunch of people trying to take my paper chain or whatever it is niggas got in these days. But go over there, you can turn it on. You know who you are over there. I'm Griffinstein over there. Over here, I could just be Don Griffin Jr.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I've been to France.
Yeah.
But I went as a tourist. Right. So in 2004, I went to France. We was out in Europe for about 30 days. But I didn't know at the time that people valued my music.
Dark Network.
So had I known, because I retired from music in 2001.
Gotcha.
And then I was, doing my family thing. But I didn't realize that we had a name and value out there until 2007. So, but while I was out there, people were trading the CD and, listening to the music and that kind of stuff. But if I'd known when I was out there, I probably could have went to a couple of studios, did a couple of verses, and they were.
You still can though, eh?
Yeah, but I don't have the capability right now to go to France.
Yeah, I have my passport, and I was thinking of doing something over there, but you don't have many rights over there. They can keep you in quarantine until you took the stab, right?
I don't know, but I'm sure we can Google it before you go. But people still moving around the world. They still traveling, but it is what it is. This is what they call me. And I embrace it. They call me a lesser known classic West Coast artist.
That's how they. Wait, what you mean? What's that mean?
Well,
who is they?
The collectors. I call them
I got you.
The collectors of the music. The collectors of the music in Japan. Well, we call it Asia and Europe. I fall into a category of lesser known classic because my music wasn't widely distributed in 1998.
Yeah.
back then. You know, we didn't know what we was doing. We was
Yeah,
25. We just thought that we was gonna rap and take over the world.
Dark Network. And you know what it is. W's. Get it. They say I'm heartless, but I'm not though. Don't have to prove it, keep it music Southside, birth the psycho. A public threat like a sideshow. So gather round, enjoy the sound while the rubber and the pipe smoke. Dark Network.
All right, so I got on board. It all started when Contact sent me a Facebook message. And he sent me this Facebook message telling me that he has an idea for a movie. That same day, me and Contact, we ended up meeting up over there on the south side by King Park, over there by Coronado Elementary. And we were out there talking.
So we didn't get a lot of music out there, you know, as opposed to some of the larger artists who obviously had heavy distribution.
The distribution deals, yeah.
Yeah, so if you had easier access to the larger artists, but we were over here trying to figure out how to get distribution. So our music is dope, but the music was not available.
Yeah.
So something happened in the early 2000s, around 2003, 2004. They got access to our music. Because most of the people who bought my CD, well, because I re-released the CD in 2007, most of the people who bought my new CD, they already had the music. They had the music on MP3, but they wanted the CD.
Gotcha.
So the first thing they asked me for was, did I have any CDs from 1998? Then I sold what I could, you know, at a premium price. Some people paid up to $100 for the CD because it was that valuable.
Yeah.
But then when I re-released it, I asked them what did they want on the reissue, and they told me what the pointers was to make it valuable and separate it from the other ones. And we were selling the reissue of the CD for $25 a piece.
Gotcha.
But they had already had them. If you look up your boy Black Eyes, just go hashtag your boy Black Eyes, YABOYBLACKICE. You'll see some people, they'll have both CDs. They'll have a new one, they'll have the old one. You know, one dude, he even took my vinyl and he took the CD and he said, which one sounds better on the YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah. You know, and so he took my music and he played it on his YouTube channel and he was saying the CD sound better than vinyl. You know, jumping back to the payment thing, like if they listen to a whole song that you uploaded or CD Baby uploaded, your distributor uploaded versus something like that, where dude just, he felt like playing your music.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a different pay rate. You know what I'm saying? But my point is that some of those people listen to CDs. Some of them require, they want vinyl. You know, they want CDs, the actual CDs. Some of them take reissues. Some of them reject CDRs. They don't want the CDR.
I can understand
You know,
that.
like you think you're going to hustle them. You be like, man, I'm not finna go spend, you know, $1 a CD on a Glassmaster CD. I'm just going to go to Staples and get me some CDRs and, you know, copy
losing
some.
all of that. Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, and the people, they got groups and chat rooms and, you know.
Yeah, you showed me one.
Yeah.
I didn't even, he was playing Evil On. I
Yeah.
was like, wow.
So those are the people that I actively say that now. Because what, like I said earlier, I'm 50 years old. I'm a classic rapper.
A lesser known
classic Bay Area rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy that they say that.
Yeah, but that's a good, because it's...
It's rarity.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's rare. It's scarcity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like right now, you got a bunch of people pressing up vinyl from that era, but they're only pressing up like 300 pieces. You know, and they
On purpose?
Yeah, on purpose.
Yeah.
And they print up color vinyl and they add little Easter eggs to the packaging and things like that. So they're adding value to the people who want to the collectors.
something that's collectible. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, but like I say, if you got any of my CDs out there and you think it's not valuable, I'll gladly take it off your hands for you.
That's right. No, that's right.
You know.
Especially for this 50. Are you gonna reissue with one in 50?
No.
No. Oh, what about the Genius Funk? You said you're 1/4. Who's the other members in Genius Funk?
Well, the other members in Genius Funk, I'm sure you can probably fly something in right in here. But it's Renaissance. He's an artist from Richmond, California. And then Ronald Porter from Society's Creation. That's another artist from Richmond, California. They put out their first album in 1995. And then there's Breeze, again a Russian flamethrower in Siberia, Russia. I hooked up with him back in the MySpace days in 2007, and we released the project in 2017. It's like an audio book soundtrack. And so he was a dope producer, and there was a couple of songs where I brought Renaissance in, and a song where I brought in Ryan, and we got a song called Destination. And from that song Destination on our album Bay Area to Siberia, we decided to make a group on that song because it was such a good sounding song.
Cohesive,
yeah. So we said we can make a group out of this. And Renaissance, Ryan, Porter, and we were going to make a group already. We were going to call ourselves Baytron, right? But then we had this Bay Area to Siberia project over here. So we basically combined the Bay Area to Siberia project and the Baytron project, and that's how we came up with the Genius Funk.
Gotcha.
You know, and we tried, it's a play on words.
Yeah.
We doing international G-Funk music. People who are not, people who don't know about that whole thing over there might think that sounds crazy, especially if you're from the Bay, because we in the Bay we didn't do G-Funk music.
No.
We did what was called mob music. In Oakland they got Oakland Funk. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then obviously you have San Francisco, you have Vallejo, you had people over in Pittsburgh and whatnot who had their sound, but a lot of it came from Mike Mosley, K-Lou, Dre, Poor Man Dre, G-Man Stan, Sean T. And then there's some dope dudes out in San Francisco. I can't recall their names right now.
Was Herm? No, Herm wasn't doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, there's definitely some dudes over there in San Francisco that I should be shamed for not remembering their name right now, but they did all RBL 211, Rappin' Forte, all them guys out there, but the producers I can't remember.
Yeah. I'll look it up and then pop it up.
Yeah.
All right, so the new single is out. Is the album out?
No, the album is not out. The album is going to release later in August.
Okay.
So we wanted to release it earlier this year, but we had complications. But we had the single. The single is called Genius Funk. Genius Funk. And again, we represent what we say. If you watch the video, we don't try to hide the fact that we are over 40, right? Shit, Ronald Porter is the grandfather. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the oldest out of all of us, but we're trying to just add some balance to us out there.
Yeah.
And hopefully I won't have to apologize for saying stuff like, people ain't making music for the 50-year-old father of 2 teenagers, the 45-year-old grandfather, the dude that been working for 28 years. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that music that's out there right now is not being made specifically for me. You know what I'm saying? So we decided that we was going to not quit, not retire. You know what I'm saying? You can be a grandfather and still be dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And especially if you talking to people around the world and they telling you, look, man, make more music. We want some of your music. Because it's crazy to have somebody from France call you or hit you on Instagram and be like, when is your new album coming out?
Yeah, it would be.
Be like, man, I've been homeschooling my kids for the last 8 years. I'm not thinking about it. It's like, yeah, but, or you have some, like, I got another song with this guy, it's called Not Otherwise, and his name is Loco. He's from Russia, but he's west of Siberia. He's not in the same city that Breeze is from, but I did a song with him, and it's dope. You got this dude named Mr. L, he's a Russian rapper, and then you got a guy named DJ Spot. And he's a well-known DJ out in Russia. Like he when I guess the Olympics was in Russia, he was a DJ in one of the big events out there. You know what I'm saying? And then the guy Loco, and the name of his album is I'm So Russian. But when you listen to his album, he got dudes from San Diego, some dudes from Long Beach.
Damn.
Obviously, I'm from Richmond, California. I'm from the Bay. You know what I mean? So, and the music sounds like that 1993 to 1998 era.
Breeze didn't do the beats
music.
on those, did he?
No, the dude Loco did the beat.
He did his own music?
He
Okay.
do music in Talkbox.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So, you know, a lot of people, especially young people right now, they probably don't know who I am, especially if they from Richmond, they don't know. But I released my first project in 1990. So I'm 30 years in. And the way that I look at it, you know, Richmond got the Iron Triangle. I say some people do it for the inside of the Iron Triangle. Some people do it for the fringe. I'm on the fringe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I try to tell people when they listen, like, this is a forum where I can say it and then there's no pushback right now. But, you know, if you from Richmond, let me look at the camera. If you from Richmond and you rap, Richmond is known internationally. Straight up. If you in Yokohama, and I ain't saying that everybody in Yokohama, Japan know your ass.
There's at least 3 people.
But I'm saying if you standing next to Dirty Game or Dirty Ray, and you in,
Oh, that's a Japanese rapper?
this is 2 people that we I did a single with Dirty Game. And his Dirty Game, the reason why he did we did a double vinyl. We released a double vinyl in Japan in 2011. He wanted K-Lou to mix his song. He knew K-Lou.
Damn.
And he hit me, he was like, do you know K-Lou? I'm like, no, I might know K-Lou. You know what I mean? But just imagine, a dude from Yokohama, Japan, you know, he's producing music, this, that, and the third. I'm talking to him on MySpace, and he asked me if I knew K-Lou.
Wow.
And he's like, well, shit, let's do a song together. You know, can you get K-Lou to mix it? I'm like, well, you know, K-Lou don't normally mix music that he doesn't produce. But, you know, maybe I can talk to him and see what happens. And, you know, and people who don't know K-Lou is with Beats by the Pound, you know, classic, legendary producer for C-Bowls and E40s and
Master Peasies and
Yeah.
he was doing that, yeah.
yeah, all of that.
So if you had your way, what would happen as far as Genius Funk and YBBI and all of that? What's your plan, I should say, in a perfect world?
Well, in a perfect world,
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Dark
we would take this Genius Funk project, we would have about 10,000 core fans who don't mind paying $20 for a CD, right? We would have certain groups of people in different countries that would fly us out, and we would sit down on the stage with a chair, a bottle of water, and we would be talking like this. We would have some translators out there for the people that don't speak fluent English, and we would get paid about $50,000 each just to sit down and talk to people about how we did it over the last 30 years.
No performing, just talking.
Then give me a microphone. I'm performing. Maybe I don't remember all the words. Nigga, you know the word? You know.
That can happen though.
Yeah. It's happening now. Didn't you just give me 50 racks?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
This is the lead up to that.
Oh.
This is the lead. But I'm saying that's my point.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not interested in going around the world, jumping up on stage, shaking my ass at this point.
Yeah.
Right. You know, like I said, when we started, the different things that I've done over time, like Trav Lyrics was a music and production company. Why? Because we wanted to produce music for your boy Black Ice. CDs, tapes, and stuff. Then I became Trav Lyrics Graphics. Started designing graphics for people in the area, in the music industry. And then we started 41510 Apparel. Bunch of, clothes. We got the Rich City brand, the original Rich City brand.
Yeah.
Before people used to call Richmond, California, Rich City, they called it Rich Town. And I came up with the idea to call a city Rich City. It was an imaginary city with imaginary businesses. I was a graphic designer, and I figured that if I called this city Rich City, I could make Rich City Yacht Club. I could make Rich City Beach turf. What I call it, Rich City Turf and Surf Shop. I had Rich City Rich City Skateboards. So I got all of these different brands that I have, and I made different shirts for different groups and things. So it's like a lot of information, you could call me a content provider.
Yeah.
Before the internet.
Yeah.
Got big. I mean, we had AOL and Web 1.0. So
You want to go into 41510? Or is it a touchy subject?
No, it's not a touchy subject, but it's a lot. I mean, it's a 41510 brand. We created it back in 1998 so that when people went out of town, they could represent the Bay for the purpose of hip hop. Back then in the 90s, when you wanted to rep the Bay, you wore sports teams. You had the San Francisco Giants, you had the Raiders, you had the 49ers. The Warriors, people wasn't really wearing it, but you could wear the Warriors. But people used to rep the Bay through sports.
Yeah.
And at the time, Fat Farm was big, Sean John was big, Academics was big, Iceberg was big. These are hip-hop brands. But people would use, like a Sean John, that was New York. Fat Farm was New York. And we wanted to be in that vein. So 41510, we created a brand where for people that don't know, 415 and 510 are two major area codes that represent the Bay Area at the time. And rappers were using they were combining the term 41510 to represent the whole Bay. But it wasn't tangible. We put it on the t-shirts, we put it on hats, we put it on sweatsuits, we put it on leather jackets. We made it tangible. So we started out in 98, and then we were popping in 99, 2000, Y2K came, the market crashed, 2001 obviously, 9/11 happened, so people wasn't really having any money. And we were connected to Bay Area music. So our era, the G-Funk Bay, the mob music era was going down, and at that point we had something called New Bay was coming up, and because it was like a little conflict here in the Bay Area, and we were classified as Old Bay, but we weren't famous enough to be, to survive that, right? And then that lasted for about a year or so, and then Hyphy came in. And when Hyphy came in, the fashion changed, and a lot of people began to, it's the Bay, everybody's independent.
Yeah.
And even though nobody was really doing it before we started in 98, by the time 2003, 2004 came, we had already showed you that it was possible.
Yeah, everybody started doing it.
Yeah, and in the Bay, I don't know exactly if it's like this around the world, but once you build your own thing, you can't really wear anybody else's thing, So people sometimes, I would say, look, man, we making hats now. You making shirts. Let's do a collab where people wear my hat and your shirt. And it was just like, no.
Nope. I actually just searched for 41510 because I was looking for that red one. The red one. the site crashed or something. I couldn't even. I put it in the cart and it wouldn't let me buy. But there's a strain.
Yeah, I seen that too.
Yeah. Is it from out here or is it?
Well, I'm hoping that anybody that is using that 41510 name or the 41510, it would be dope if y'all called us and so we could connect some of that classic history to this new stuff. But I would like to think or hope that if anybody is using 41510, they from the Bay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not being usurped or something else, like that.
Else, yeah.
But it would be dope because over the last 20-something years, I've seen 41510 magazine. I've seen 41510. Not clothes, but like 41510 magazine. People have 41510 wrapped up in their music. I just seen the 41510 strain. I've seen one dude did 92510. Right. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
let's get, shit.
Somebody did do a 41510 apparel too, though. Not apparel, not the word apparel, but I think they were doing clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've seen a lot of area codes, like there was 510AK, right? And then, 415 has always been a big thing for San Francisco, so it's always 41510.
It was a group called 415. But
Yeah.
that was an Oakland group.
Yeah,
that was
that was Richie Rich and
Yeah,
415, and they had 41510 records way back in what was it called? I think it was called 41510 Oakland Hills, like that. Because when we first started, a lot of people were saying, they were asking us, were we affiliated with Richie Rich? And I was like, no, we're not affiliated with Richie Rich. But now it's 20-something years.
Yeah,
it's 23 years now. So if you want to get it now, before then I wasn't married. I had no kids. I was gonna take over the world as a rapper and a clothing designer and a graphic artist and all that kind of stuff. So now it's online. I take the classic designs, I put them online. You can get them at cafepress.com/travlyrics, tinyurl.com/41510authentics. And
I got one from there. Wore it in my Don't Do It video.
yeah.
The black and red 41510 apparel, classic.
Yeah. So, and then just looping back to what we were saying before, I would want to go around the world talking about those things and how we did that, and maybe inspiring people to do it themselves, because that's what it seemed like my assignment is. My assignment is to inspire.
Yeah.
If you're going to look at what I'm doing and then you're going to say, well, that nigga can do it, I can do it too, and I want to spin that positive.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that, I was an inspiration for you.
That's good. That's good.
You know what I mean?
So if you had a final thought that you want people to know or feel, or like some kind of inspiration that you get from somebody else or anything, what would that last word be? Not definite. I'm just saying, what's your for this show, what's your last words?
Last words. All right. I say that, there was a point where I went in the house and said I was never coming back outside. And it was just, I kept hitting wall after wall after wall after wall, and I couldn't understand what was happening. So I just went in the house and I sat down. And I went in the house basically from 2004 to about 2012. Not that I wasn't busy, because I re-released the album.
Yeah.
I was dealing with people in other countries. I was doing collabs. I was homeschooling kids. But one of the things that I realized was chasing money was making me crazy. Chasing money was making me crazy. Because I learned that we live in a system where people, you cannot give me anything without making me work 2 times, 10 times as hard for it. That's a whole nother story. But I learned that there's this thing called death by overwork. Right? Japanese got a word for it. I don't remember the word for it, but if you know the fable of John Henry, that's death by overwork. Right? When I took money out of my definition of success, it mitigated my stress and made me less crazy. Because the thing was, I'm working, I'm offering you my things, and then you're saying that it's not good enough and you're not giving me any money, and I was connecting money to success. So what I did was, and this is the thing, I said to myself, well, if I take money out of my definition of success, then what is success? And I decided for me that success is, did I accomplish my goal? Right? I can make a CD. I can't make you give me some money. You know, I can make a graphic design and upload it to cafepress.com/travlyrics. I can't make you go there and trade your green paper rectangles for my work. And just because I put a whole bunch of energy into something doesn't mean that you value that thing. But if I put a whole bunch of energy into it, I can take an idea from the ether and turn it into something tangible, and I can put it out there in the world and make it available. That's success to me.
Just something from nothing.
Something from nothing, something that I can't control. I can't control whether or not you trade green paper rectangles for my energy. Right? So that's what one of the things that I would tell people. I'm like, don't get so stuck on money, because money is a tool that makes work easier, but if you don't have money, you can still get the work done.
Just gotta do it. Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You need family more than you need money, because if you ain't got no money, who's gonna help you? You know, hopefully your family will, but you know.
And family can be a lot of different other stuff. Yeah, it's
family.
A support group. I count you as family because all the stuff we have done. So support. So
So I mean, if you want to even break it down even better, would be consider how you define success.
Consider it. Yeah.
Consider how you define success. Me personally, I don't define success as things that I can't control. You know what I mean? Because you might be under some kind of spell that you think you're going to lose some kind of social status, or you're going to lose your freedom, or you're going to lose your property, or you're going to lose your life by doing business with me. You might be under that spell. But I can't control that.
Nope.
But I know I can rap. I know I can design graphics. I know that I can tell you about it. I can't control if you're going to listen. And I surely can't control if you're going to trade your time and energy for my time and energy. You know, some people just don't see it as an equal value. But, you know, I made the CD. I retired in 2001, 2007. People in other parts of the world decided that it was valuable, and they traded their colorful paper rectangles and imaginary credits, you know, and I was able to, you know, eat like that. So, you know, I'm just saying, you know, don't define success for yourself, and don't let other people define it for you. But a lot of these motherfuckers be lying.
Yeah, unfortunately.
They be lying. But yeah, oh, and what you say? And go buy, or go look. Because sometimes I figured out I have to change the way that I say stuff. Instead of saying, buy my work, I now try to say, go look at it, you know, go learn what it's about, and then share it. You don't have to buy it, because maybe the work that I put out there is a perfect solution for somebody on the other side of you. But I know that a lot of people be like, I ain't telling nobody about nothing, man. You pay me. Oh yeah, you know, if ain't nobody buying my work, you know, ain't no way I can pay you. You know,
Yeah.
You want some graphics?
Yeah. Fuck
You want some graphics? You know,
them anyway.
like that. I can pay you in CDs. I got 1,000 of these.
Still?
Huh? Well, yeah. Well, you know,
Virtual?
I can have 1,000 of them.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
All right. This has been How Do You View You with your host Griffin Stein with legendary Bay artist YBBI, Trav Lyrics. Go share it. Tiny
Yeah.
URL, something or other.
Oh well, I guess if people want to.
I'll pop it. I'll pop it
Yeah,
up.
it's a link tree. I haven't updated my website in 12 years, but you can
Go do it anyway.
It's art.
It's art.
This is classic.
Peace.
Like Mackay Pfeiffer.
Finders keepers. The idea sat in the back of my head for a long time. Talked to my uncle who's a filmmaker about it. Talked to him about the idea and he said it was a good idea. And then one day I was at a recording studio with Dap and I was telling him about this movie idea and he was like, man,